everyone and welcome. I'm Marcie, Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I'm from Clovis, California. Thank you for joining me this evening. So today I was supposed to do a thank you project, which is like my bonus project for my Notes and Totes class. And I mentioned already that I do my thank yous as a video. But I forgot we were going to have our sneak peek items from the new online exclusives for July. So I wanted to show those to you today. So Sunday, I will do that project. You're probably just receiving your packages. So hopefully, I'm sorry, but I hope that's okay. I just really wanted to show you the project. So I'm super excited about them. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. You rarely catch me live. Yay, I'm so glad you did. Oh, you are welcome. Thank you, Miss Stamper Lady. Hi, Tashana. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Hi, Melanie. Hi, everybody. Leslie, Deborah, Marva. I saw everybody's post, but welcome, everybody. So I got these items, and I'm super excited to show them to you. So we're going to kind of jump right in, other than I want to just remind you that bingo, it is over halfway full now. It is June the 18th. 4 projects, 4 games, 4 $100 prizes, and a fun evening. And don't forget that I do have a really great, I don't want to say it is a 3D item, but it's something I'm going to give you that we're going to decorate, and it's going to be useful. So that's what I can say. And I finished creating that today. And it is, I'm really loving it. So I'm really excited about that. So that will be in bingo. So remember remember when I told you that our freezer broke down. The door stayed open. It didn't break down. Something fell, which caught the door, and it didn't close the door all the way, or popped it back open, I should say. Sorry, I've got the hiccups. I've had them twice today. So today we had some work being done on our house, and they pulled up in front of our driveway, and the trash cans were behind them. The trash guy showed up, and I guess our worker said, I ran out there and I pushed it out there, and it was at the next house already, the trash man. He goes, but he started backing up, so I thought, oh good, he's going to get your trash cans, because I noticed he didn't get them. Well, he backed up because that's the exit gate out of our gated community. So he backed up and then made a left and continued on. He never picked up our trash, which has the full freezer of stuff, which we had a very full, upright, big freezer. It is still in our trash can. So I get to call them tomorrow and say, you're going to want to come get this stuff. So hopefully they will. You've never tried bingo. Oh, everybody let her know. Should she jump in and do bingo? I don't even know what to do with bingo. So just really quickly, if you do bingo, then you will not receive anything before bingo night. I send it the day after, so don't stress out about that. On the registration form, you're going to give us 5 numbers for bingo, and I'll explain it all bingo night, or you can watch another bingo and it'll explain it at the beginning. I kind of go over it. Mostly if I have new people, I really go over it. Otherwise, it's kind of a reminder, but you'll get the idea. Let's see. I know you guys. Oh, my husband leaves tomorrow. He's going on a trip to Montana, and I will be here with the trash. So I'm hoping that they will come and pick it up for me. All right, so let's get busy. I have a lot to show you. The first thing is I wanted to tell you about and I was going to show you, but I know we're not going to have a lot of time. I wanted to show you, we talked about putting gold behind the alternatives for bingo. So I just kind of put that on there. But if you have not used these, I have to say they are not rub on, okay? They are not rub-ons. In fact, I'm just going to have to show you. Hold on one second. It won't take about a minute, but you have to see this because I was so surprised at this. And I wish I had one of those cards with me right here, but I don't. But that's okay. I'll put it on this color, and I'll cut it out, and we'll use it for something. So I'm going to pull out the gold, and I want to see which one I'm going to use here. So here are the two different kind. So this is just totally off track, but this is the paper behind it. And I thought, oh, that paper is just so we don't scratch this, right? So I took this off and I set it down on my glass mat, and guess what? I had gold all over my glass mat. So be prepared for this. Okay, I am going to put these, I'm going to do this right here. So what you're going to want to do, and you'll notice I did not do that here, but I'm going to tell you so you don't mess it up. We're going to cut out with the backing, okay? It's not stuck on it, but it's just kind of adheres a little bit to it because it's just kind of there, and it kind of sticks to it, but not really. But you want to cut the whole thing because if you cut this and lay it down, that's it. It's on there. But watch how easy this is. You're going to take this off, okay? You're going to lay it on here. So I'm just going to lay it in the corner. It's not even a rub-on, you guys. I laid it on here and it just stuck. Look at that. And it is on there. So it is on very, very well. Look at, I still have a couple little spots that I may not have rubbed. And I'm used to rub-ons where you rub, like you have to take your bone folder and, you know, do this bit. No. So I just wanted to show you how quick and simple and nice that is. It is not coming off. I mean, it is on there. So I just had to show you because, like I said, I just went like that, and I guess maybe the glass just kind of suctioned it, and I go, oh, it's kind of stuck. And I went like this, and I pull it up, and I had the whole image there. So that's how easy that is. And it is just, I mean, you can't, there's not even a ridge on barely a ridge on it. It's amazing. So this is definitely going on my next order because I want more. But I love it, love it. So I just had to show you how quick and easy that was, that it will stick to wherever you lay it down. So be really careful with it. And you want to save that precious gold for your projects. All right. Yay, that was my, my little callback to the cards we just did over last week. So I wanted to show you and let you know. What are those, Colleen? These are the, they're called metallic texture rub-ons. And so they're gold on one side, and then you've got the same pattern silver. And I think you have, let's see, 8 sheets. So there's 2 of each design. So this is the one design. I'll show you the ones that I haven't cut up. And I'll give you the number, hold on. And then, okay, so there's your 2 sheets of that design. Just remember to pull out that white underneath it, and then that's the other design. So these are the 2 designs. You get 2 of each in silver and 2 of each in gold, okay? And the number is 165270. 165270. All right, really cool. I really, really like them, and they've got a lot of fun designs. All right. Look, I didn't even do these straight, you guys. I just did this one, and I said, oh, I still have a little bit left. I'll just throw some over there. And so, kind of fun. Okay, I am super excited to show you, and I'm going to go to the upper camera. Oh, don't look. Don't peek. No peeking. And I am going to start showing you what I got. I was so excited because usually there's a few things. This was quite a bit of items, but first thing I have to show you is I did earn my pink tote, and I have to say the pink color kind of looks different on the screen than in person, and I knew that because I saw it on stage, so I saw the color in person. This looks a little darker on camera, but it's very pink and very pretty in person. So it's got the longer straps, which I like because you can put it on your shoulder. My plan for this is for swaps. This is going to be my new swap bag. Then we get these dividers right here. And so like we can put these dividers like this one. I don't know, they have like a space in here that we could do it. So this goes right this way. Okay, so this Velcro here is going to go towards this Velcro right here. All right, so we're going to put this one in right here. And then I'm going to put this one in over here. So in case you earned this, you kind of know how to put it together. And I'm not really taking my time to do it because I'm going to fold it back up. And then you have your Velcro here and here. You're going to take the smaller piece and you're going to put it in here. And over here. All right, there we go. So now we can have, like, if you do 2 different swaps, you can put them in here, and then you could get the ones you receive and put them over here. And of course, I'm going to put my name on my tag or somewhere. Oh, look at it, it's got pockets. It's got pockets on the outside, so you can keep your business cards and a pen or whatever you need to do. Anyway, super cute. I love it. There's our logo. Super, super cute. So I will fold it back up for my next, probably leadership, I call it leadership, backstage and take them. All right, first thing I'm going to show you is our new kit, one of them. I did show you the other one, which was the scrapbooking one that I brought back from the incentive trip. They gave it to us. And so I showed you guys it, but I didn't open it up or anything. But you kind of get the idea. And now there's going to be, I should have brought it over here if I could find it and show you all the pieces to it. But I'm not sure what I did with it. It's in that pizza box I brought home, but look how cute. So I'm normally not a simple kit kind of person. I usually have to change things up. This one, I'm not quite sure that we're going to be changing up. All right, here's the 4. My thought on these were, I have a birthday party to go to in 2 weeks, and they were for kids. And I thought these would be great cards. They're 4 and 5. And these are going to be, let me show you the picture. So these are all the pieces that you're going to get. And they're pop-out cards. So let's see if you can tell. The little dog sits up with the cats. The little, it looks like a dinosaur has a little mouth that opens and closes as you open it. And then you've got a unicorn and monkey. And so I just wanted to kind of quickly show you. Here's your monkey. And it gives you the score lines and everything. And it tells you how to put it in your card and how it works. So I'm sure this is going to go on the front of some, no, that's not the monkey. So we're not going to go through everything on this because it's a lot of pieces. But I think I will do a video on it. Or at least part of a video. To show you kind of how it works. But here's the monkey. Look how colorful these are. Now they're going to be in different languages because that's the smart thing to do, is for them to put it all in one box. These are the same thing. Have a magical birthday. So that of course is going to go with the unicorn. Your dynamite. Super cute. It's your birthday. Go bananas. And you're my best friend, which is the animals. So super cute, I thought, and kids love the little pop-up stuff. I remember I got my granddaughter when she was young a birthday card, and it was one of those musical ones. It was a musical card, and she sat there for hours just opening and closing that card. So I thought this would be really cute for the kids' birthdays. So I got a couple of these kits because I think they're going to come in handy. And to have just on hand, and you can just mark it, you know, kid birthday cards or whatever. They're quick and easy. If my grandson comes and says, I need a birthday card for my friend's birthday party this weekend, say, which one do you want? All right. Is it for demonstrators? Yes, it is for demonstrators. And Judy's right. We had to earn it. It was an April incentive special, and we had to sell so much of what depended on what our title was, and if you could earn it. And so thank you to all my customers. And I had mentioned this before, but thank you because you helped me earn it. All right, I am in love with this embossing folder. I love daisies and sunflowers, and this looks totally like a sunflower set. And look, it's the large folder, and then I did emboss it. So I did a little bit of stuff ahead of time, but if there's anything that we want to check out, because I don't know if the dies go with the paper or anything like that yet. And for those of you that haven't seen my unboxings, usually they're a little lengthy because I like to play with stuff and check it out. But I did do this ahead of time because I wanted to show how pretty. But I just took a piece of paper I had on my desk and just put it in. But look how nice and big that is. So we could do cards like sideways. You could probably do 2 at a time. Okay, so really, really pretty. And this is called Sunflower 3D. So very nice embossing folder. Okay, I'm going to show you the sweets first. So the first sweet is called Spooky Sweet. And I'm going to show you the stamps and dies first. So I can get everything in a pile here. So Fright Night is the stamp set. You know what? There are 2 Halloween stamp sets. And I'll just show you the next one. One is with the sweet, and I can't remember which one it is. So we're just going to assume it's this one right now. So sorry about that. I just realized. So Fright Night, I am not a huge Halloween person. However, I really liked this suite and the set. Number one, I love these dies. There's 2 of them. So we could do layering of a different color behind it, and we can use this for anything. And I liked this one also because if it's polymer, you could also usually kind of curve it to go, in there and use that. Here's a little hole that you can do at the top of a label. So you can make this a label, a tag, and die cut that. So you have your little hole at the top of your tag for your treats or whatever. I like there's a spider. There's 3 different webs, which is really nice because if you have a lot to do, you've got 3 at a time to do, which is nice. And they look like they're all the same. Yeah, they're all the same, which is really, really nice. And you have Boo and Eek. So cute dies. But then I also thought with this stamp set, even though this is really cute, Fright Night, Boo, Beware, October 31st, Spooky Scare, and Eek. So it's just really cute. I like the whimsical lines on it and stuff, but I really like this because we could use that for Christmas. So I think this would be really fun in a red or a green or, whatever color. It could be really used for anything. I love the stripes and I love the distressed kind of look in it. This, I thought they were tiny bats, but they're not. It's just like they're casting a spell. It's like little sparklies. And that would be kind of cool if you wanted to like emboss with gold or something on it and give it a little extra, or black. Make a few little shiny. But eat, drink, and be scary, trick or treat, and happy Halloween, which all fit in this label. So I thought that was a really cute set. The next, I'm just going to show you the next stamp set because I don't remember which one goes with the suite. So I'm just going to show it to you. This stamp set, so one of these is part of the suite, and I do not remember, so I'm sorry. This one is, I really liked because you have the nice bold sentiments. No tricks, all treats. Don't worry, eat sweets. Happy Halloween and spooky. But look how cute. It's like a little dog and a little cat. And they're like the little Halloween things. And again, we've got little, like the spell kind of, or the night stars or whatever. And a broom and a little lantern. And there's some more bats. Really cute. But look at this. We've got a really cute fence. And then a house. And then we've got bigger bats. A broom. These are the pumpkins. So you get 2 pumpkin dies at once. And then you've got the 2 characters. But then I did this, and I thought let me see if I put it in a stamp set, because I thought that, oh, here it is. I cut this out because I wasn't quite sure, because I saw the score line right here, and I wanted to see what this was about. And before I show you what it is about, I'm going to show you what goes with it, is the iridescent treat bag. So I'm thinking that this could be like a cute little topper. These are 4 by 6, and they're like an iridescent. You could put your treats in there. Hi, Deborah, how are you? Oh, Spooky Halloween is part of the suite. Oh, okay. So see, I had it wrong. Okay, so this one is part of the suite, and Fright Night is separate. This is on its own. Thank you very much, Tashana. So this is, which kind of makes sense, and I'll show you why when I show you the paper, because of course there's paper. But you're gonna fold this where that score line is. So when you score it, when you fold it down, there's 2 things I want to show you. So you can score it down, and then I would of course fold it evenly, because that would look nicer. And then you can put this on, you know, the top of your little bags to keep them closed, or, you know, whatever. But then also look at this. I just grabbed a piece of paper I had near. But this, if you wanted to add this to a piece, you could come in kind of like they've been doing with some of their dies. These have little things that you can snip. I mean, you have to be really careful. Doing it with scissors is probably not the best idea, but it comes apart. Okay, so it's attached right here on the side, right here, up here. And so you could probably run a ribbon through it. You could probably take it off and add a different outline to it if you wanted. Leave it on and maybe cut the other one and then take it and glue it on top, like if you wanted to do black and purple or whatever. But kind of a cool thing with it having the score mark, and then there's your little bat. So that's a cute idea with the dies. Then I'll show you the paper, and then I'll show you 2 more things. This is a nice suite. And I will tell you one of the things I'm using on a completely different project. And I will be buying a lot more of it. All right, so that's this. I'm going to keep those out because we want to look at the paper, right? So let's check out the paper next. Spooky Sweets is the name of the paper. Now, I will have to tell you, even if you are not a big Halloween person and you decide that you don't want the dies and the stamp set, which you probably should want the stamp set because it gives you some good sentiments, but let's just say you don't. You've got these backgrounds here, all right, and you could add your characters. So this looks really good for scrapbooking, but look, see how they put the lines on here? You could also make this a card. So this would be a landscape one. This would be a portrait. Look how cute. Oops. And you can make your little card with your little guys on here. Hello, we're trick-or-treating. Hello. Okay, that's if you have the stamp set. But if you don't, I'll show you what else you can do. All right, so let's take a look at these. So we can do cards. We can do a scene, like that's a whole neighborhood for a scrapbook. You could also do this up here and use this for something completely different. Really cool And then look at this other side. The other side of the paper is worth it alone too. Really cool. Love the flamingos in the DSP. Oh, right. So there's those two. I just love that. And look at this candy. Look how cute that is together. Oh, so cute. And then look at the background with the black and that would be a cool night sky. And then you could take the speckles that are in the set, these, and you can put them in white and maybe, or, you know, whatever, and put them in the sky. It'd be kind of cool. And then we have the windows. Really cool. You can cut them out, add them to a scene. You can make it like a neighborhood. Put that fence along the bottom would be kind of cool. And then we have yellow, orange with just like a distressed, kind of like a wood look. It could be used for anything. Then we have all these tags and banners here. Very cool with like the little candies. That reminds me of the, remember the black licorice candy? And then look at the skull. You would probably want it this way. So you have little skulls. And then these are just regular tags. You could also use this for a masculine card. There's another set in here that it would look really good with. And then again, some nice textured gray paper. Two of those. And here's the flamingo she was talking about. Are these not adorable? I like the sketch look to them. Super cute. So these could be trick-or-treating with your other little people. Okay, you've got a bird. It could be up on the fence. All kinds of really, really cute things. Look at his. He looks like a little pig. That's a little pig. And he's got like a little bandana or eye mask on. And this looks like a bat underneath a ghost. This looks like a flamingo dressed in a dress with a pumpkin. Really cute. And then here's the back. It looks like just black. It looks like grid. It looks like that's a grid, kind of. Distressed grid is what it looks like. Just look like a bunch of dots on the screen, but it does look like it's a grid, kind of. Very cool. But look at this. If you did not want to get this, look at what we have. We have a hippo, a bird, looks like a toucan kind of bird in a bird outfit or something. You've got brooms, candy corn, a little bear in a fairy costume. You've got trees, banners. Look at all of this. So cute. Look at this. You can put your potion. Okay, we got to try this. We got our... Okay, take the cauldron. We're going to take our... Look at this. You can just put it right on there. Whichever you want. That fits too. So behind it, in front of it, whatever. Look how cute that is. So you've got 2 full sheets of these that you could do and make cards. So I think this is really cool. And you can add these to the tags. And here's little pumpkins, bats. Okay, so my question is this looks like, it looks like it's cotton candy or a drink or something. What do you guys think this is? What do you think that is? It kind of looks like it's a frappuccino or something, or a slushy or slurpee or whatever, but I don't know what that is at the bottom. It's not a lantern. I don't know. What do you guys think that is? Let me get it closer. It looks like it's a drink. Could be a street lamp. Let's see. Let's go back to the scene over here. I guess you could make, no, I don't know. I don't think it would be a lantern, a light. It looks like it's some kind of candy or something. Anyway, we'll have to look at samples and see what people are putting out there. Let's see, nothing on the back of those, of course. So anyway, really cute. Love the colors. Love that it's all sketched in the distressed kind. Oops, lost my, whatever that is. A label for a bottle. Oh, let's look at the bottle. See, I had trouble with the, oh yeah, look at that. Label for the poisonous bottle. I like it. That's what I'm going to use it for. That looks very good. Thank you. You guys are so smart. All right. Now, if I forget this, you'll have to remind me. I'll probably make something and then you'll be like, that's the label for the bottle. I'm going to be like, oh yeah. But so cute. So I really like the set. I really like the paper. I thought it would be, I love the reverse side too, but I think it would be really cool for somebody to use it if they're not really a Halloween person. It's still a great set. But there's two more things with it. So we have Shimmer Star Foam. Look at this. So this, so when I didn't even open it, I just slid it up the side. So I really kind of want to check it out. Oh, they're all on separate pieces, which is kind of nice. But they are foam. I don't know if you can tell. Oh, that's dark foam, purple foam. Look at that. It's black and purple foam, so you can't even tell, but they are foam. So they're squishy. Oh, Tashana, thank you so much. So I really love that because we've got the purple, the black, and the white, and they all sparkle. I can't see them as much as you can on the purple, but they all sparkle. They're really pretty. So Shimmer Star Foam. I did all my labels last night, so today when my order came, because I had people working on the house, I was like, oh, I don't know what my day is going to bring, but I want to make sure I get this done and have it ready to go tonight. So, yay. What I'm really excited about is this, and this is what I put on another project, and it's going to be on my upcoming class, and I haven't posted it yet, but it's the Extraordinary Floral, which is the one with the washi tape, this one. And so I'm going to be posting that very, very soon. But look at this ribbon. It is beautiful, and I'll show you how the bows come out because they're really, really pretty. You would think with this iridescent in it that it would be a little stiffer, and it is not at all. All right. You know what? I'm doing 2 bows on the project I'm doing, so, or 2 circles, so I'm just going to do 2. I can't have a lot of bulk on what I'm making. Hint, hint. So I did a 2 one instead of a 3. All right, so look how pretty that is. It's very thin. I mean, it makes perfect bows. It's kind of like just using the white thin ribbon like we've had, or the one that came in with the, I don't know if it's the peach or the blue paper, but anyway, really nice. Love it, love it, love it. So I'll put that up there because I'm going to need it tomorrow. All right, so very cool. So that is the first suite, and usually it's called the name of the paper. I believe it's called Spooky Sweet. Is that the name of the bundle? I can never remember if it's the name of the bundle. I know that the stamps and the die are the same, but I think it's the name of the paper is the suite. So this is the whole thing, and our iridescent bags, and that's for this suite. And then you got a sneak peek of the other Halloween set. I don't know if we're going to have more Halloween coming up in the holiday catalog. I would think so. And I want to say when they were on the leaders meeting, they did say something about that it's not the only one. So I'm not sure though if I heard that right. Yeah, the color is beautiful. When is the washi tape back in stock? Ooh, Melanie, I will look and I will post it on my page. But I would suggest when you go in, make sure you click on notify me, because the last two things I did that on, they came in earlier. Like the 1 7/8 round punch, the circle punch now is available. And they said the 9th and it's already there. Spooky Halloween is the name of the suite. Oh, okay, so it is, let me look. Oh, so the name is this of the stamp set. Okay, thank you. So yeah, I got notified early, so that was kind of nice. Washi tape, let's see. Okay, the next suite I am so excited about. I showed you guys already the Charming Day stamp set because I got this at the incentive trip. That was one of my spins that I got to choose something, and this is what I chose. And I knew that it had something to do with Paper Pumpkin. So if you're not subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, you might consider subscribing, because this set coordinates with the Paper Pumpkin. And I just saw a sneak peek of the Paper Pumpkin, and I hope there are refills. I already get multiple kits, but I'm hoping that there are refills because it is beautiful. If you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, I suggest you do it. You can always postpone, you can always pause your Paper Pumpkin, but you are definitely going to want June. And I also saw part of July. Didn't get to finish the video, but I saw part of it. And it looks very summery and fun. So, but June's, you've got to get it because it goes with this. And let's take a look at this. You can tell I've already die cut that once, so, and I hate leaving those in there, so let me get that out real quick. I did die cut this because I just wanted to show you what it looks like. But we have these images here, this one and this one and this one, which are these three that cut out the stamped version. And then we have leaves, a flower, which I'm guessing maybe this might, no, it doesn't go over that. Oh, wait. If you die cut it, does it come out like that? No, it doesn't match exactly. So it could just be another one that you can just tuck in there. But you've got some leaves with little buds on it. Another leaf. Here is another flower. That's like a perfect flower. Looks so pretty. And then we've got this one here. And I think if we did this one in white and then colored it, it would be really, really pretty. And you can also die cut it in the green and then take your flowers and pop them up and maybe watercolor them or whatever. But here is what that die looks like. And I just quickly cut it out just so we can kind of look and see. Yeah, your Paper Pumpkin, thank you, Melanie. You have to do it by June the 10th. So that way you can get it. And thank you to Shauna. Yes, by the 10th, if you want June's, make sure you subscribe right away. All right, so anyway, and then June is the one that goes with this. So that will be the next one you receive, will be this one. All right, so anyway, so pretty, right? And then don't forget, if you go on and subscribe, you can go back and pick up these. I think the kit was still available and also the refills. So go and you can go back to past refills. And then don't forget, you can also get your Hugs a Bloom, which is the die set that goes with it. And then a new die set will be coming out in June to go with the next quarter's Paper Pumpkin. Anyway, so very cool. I think this would be really nice to pop those flowers up and then you know, work with the dyes or do some watercoloring, which is kind of what you're going to see with the paper pumpkin. It's got that kind of look. Thank you, Janine. The washi tape will be back in June 16th. But like I said, the last two things that I needed said the 9th, and they were available yesterday and last, I think, Friday. So I agree, Judy, the paper pumpkins have really stepped it up. I totally agree. I was just thinking that today again. All right, so there's that one with the, oh, I'm going to keep these out. The Halloween, none of the dies went with the paper, or that I noticed. And so I'm going to keep these out, and let's check our paper next. All right, so we have this. So we've got to check our beautiful paper. This paper is absolutely gorgeous. So here, I'm going to just turn this one over. Look how pretty that is. This reminds me of the Regal paper, the one we just had, that Regal floral paper that was so bold and beautiful. But look at that. You've got that pretty peacock in there that coordinates with that. So pretty. I kind of wish they didn't put the perfect paper on the backside, because when I do mass production, I have to buy a whole lot of paper because I need to use both of the papers to go with my project, right? If I want this to be a background and this to be the foreground, so you have that pretty print around there, or a banner in the middle, or whatever I end up doing. Although in this package, I have to say, every one of them I absolutely love. I could not pick out a favorite. Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the, I'm going to say this is probably, and I'll look on it, but crumb cake and maybe even a little early espresso, and with the petunia pop. So pretty. Circle of Season. Robin, thank you so much. Look at this. How pretty. I love these blues and greens with the orange. Then, look at that. Oh, this paper is going to be high demand, I guarantee it. So pretty. So it's really nice because if your friend, you know, if you're making this card for somebody and they like more earth tone colors, and you've got this one. If they like orange and they like blues, they've got that one. If they're more purpley, look at this. I gotta lay them out because I want to see them all. Then you've got that one. I just love this one too. Oh my gosh, which one's your guys' favorite? I'm not even done yet. So there's those. Then we have the blue. I mean, these are gorgeous. Oh, the name of this DSP is Floral Charm, and it is 166125. Remember, all of this product is not available to customers until July 1st. It is the first of the month because that's a Tuesday. They usually do it on Tuesday. And people ask me, why do they do it on Tuesday? I don't know for sure, but my guess is that they come to work on Monday and then they flip the switch on the program that makes it go live while on Tuesday. That way they're there for the rest of the week. They don't have any issues. Monday they finish fixing whatever, you know, things they might need to kind of fix, and then it's ready to go. I'm so out of touch. Are all these items coming in the new catalog, or are they all in one we just got? Gloria, neither. These are online exclusives. So if anybody does shopping just from the catalog, you are missing out because they have added so many things to the online exclusive items that you definitely want to go and look at those because there's a lot of great things in there. These will be available on the online exclusive, so online only, July 1st. This is a sneak peek because I was able to order, because I'm a demonstrator, we get to order early. All right, and then this is the last one, which I really like because it's got all those colors in it. And look at that dark Blackberry Bliss. Okay, now which one's your favorite, everybody? That is all of them. So you get 2 sheets of each. Oh, you have to use both sides. You just have to. Oops, let's not forget the orange. All right, so you guys have to let me know. The blue one is very, very pretty. Oh my gosh. If I had to immediately pick one, oh, I want to pick a lot of them. My first immediate was this one because I love Pretty Peacock and I love greens. So I really like this one, but it is very close with this one. So these two I would have to say are my favorite, but I really like this one too. I cannot put them in an order because Petunia Pop's one of my favorite colors, but I really like these two. So these are probably my favorite. This whole suite is my favorite. It is. The Blackberry Bliss is absolutely gorgeous. I agree. And look at how that pretty print is. I mean, so for those of you that are watching for the first time, this is what I do. I ooh and all over stuff. I look at it. We got to check it out. I don't think any flowers. Let's see. Now let's look and see if any flowers are going to fit this. And I don't think so. Oh, I wonder if the back. Nope. I was like, this looks like it's kind of big, like it might have, but no. And the last one. Oh. I'm going to say no. I don't think any of these will cut out with the flowers. So, yeah, this is gorgeous paper. All right, and we're not even done. We have more. So, let's put more to the suite is what I'm saying. Of course, we have more. All right, so this is an absolute must-have. I always like when you guys laugh about something and then I got to go and see what she said. What did Tishana say? They are all my favorite. I will not be forced to choose one. I am with you. I'm going to buy multiple packs. And one of the things I do, now I was just going to do something. What was it? Oh, I had an idea with something and I was going to look at it. Now I just don't remember what it was. Well, hopefully it'll come to me. One of the things that I do is if I buy a bunch of this, and let's just say that I used this first 2 sheets and for a project for bingo. Well, if I'm making, you know, a whole lot of cards, then I'm going to use a lot of these. Then what I end up doing is taking these and breaking them down into color. So this will be all of the purple and the next one will be all of the blue, because chances are I'm going to go back through and mass produce again for a class or for bingo. And then I'll be like, oh, I want to get the purple ones. How much do I have? And then I can just grab it and use just the purple because I know I'm going to mass produce for it. So that helps me a lot. All right, the next thing that's going to go along with this are these charming shimmer faceted dots. And these are just like, I'll tell you what these are just like. These are just like these. So remember these that were the faceted? I mean, you couldn't tell because of, are these faceted? Yeah. And that's what these are. They're the same kind of gem. And I think it's Petal Pink, Petunia Pop, and I believe this one is Secret Sea. And they don't have it on here, of course, but it'll be in the online. But yeah, those are the same as these are. So that same kind of shimmer and everything. All right, so that's what those are. So that goes with this. Oh, I don't need that. And then the last thing, which is something I want to play with, is the new braided trim. And they even put a little piece of tape on the end because it frays, I'm sure. So we're going to just play with it just for a minute, and I want to see what it does. But I'm going to add a piece of tape on the end again, just so it doesn't fray away if I don't want it frayed. Oh, me too, Lisa. It is really pretty. Are you asking about the tote bag? Oh, I missed a question if you're asking about it. I thought basic beige. Oh, on these? It'll say online, but it looks like petal pink to me. Here. This is petal pink right here. Yeah. It looks like petal pink. But I could be wrong. They're kind of close. Yeah, I kind of wish they did. It's because you have to look it up online to see, especially since you don't have a catalog for it. All right, so this I think is cool because you can put it in a knot. Now, if I did, I would do this in a flat knot, okay? And I would do a flat knot, and of course I would make it a little longer. But I would do it in a flat knot. Okay, and so you can do a really cute little knot and tighten it up to where it's flat. Or what I would do, and this is going to stay together. This is taped on one end. What I would do is I would undo the whole thing. And, okay, let's take this tape off because we're just going to take the tape off like that. All right, and this is really easy to do with just your fingernails because it's pretty big. And you can tell, you can even just pull it apart if you want just a woven look. Okay, you can pull it apart and you get that woven kind of look that if you want to put it behind something or add it to something. You could also probably take one of your strands, so one of your braid pieces, and pull it out. And then you could, you know, tie it in a bow. I kind of made this short, but let's just say that we wanted to tie it in a bow. You know, you could have it to where it's, you know, loose, like it's thread. So you could do a lot with this, which I think is really cool. Oh, Berry Burst. Oh, it's Berry Burst, not Petunia Pop. Thank you. Good to know. So anyway, you can just take the whole thing apart. You can lightly do it. You know, if you wanted to put it behind, you know, an image and just kind of have whatever, you could do that too. All right, so that is the Charming Day Suite is what I'm going to say it's called. With the paper is the Floral Charm. So definitely a suite. I will probably do a class on this one because I'm loving it. All right. My stuff is going to just pile over here and fall behind me, but that's all right. All right, the next suite is one I told you about that we saw at the incentive trip, on the incentive trip, is the Perfectly Pears. Now, the Perfectly Pears bundle, I mean, it's a suite, so I'll show you the whole thing, but the bundle, I like that it gives you these nice sentiment blocks to fit. So you have the hello, thank you, and friend that probably fit, well, actually, probably just hello and friend over here, and everything else probably goes in the larger one. And then a really cool leaf, some flowers. Again, we've got a cluster, and then we've got individual ones, which I like because you can add a cluster of flowers, and then you can have little individual ones that you're gonna, pop everywhere, or maybe, put on the stem of the leaves or whatever. So I like that. And then we've got this. This is the center, and then you've got splatter, which I always love. So, and I'm going to keep these out now because we're going to check the paper in a bit. But looking at this, it's the distinctive stamping. You've got the small ones on a cluster, and then you've got a larger one with your stem there. And I love the blossoms there. So there's that. Now the paper. Another gorgeous paper, be prepared. Painterly Pears. When I saw the word painterly, I thought that was really odd. And then I just saw something yesterday, and I don't remember what it was, but it said painterly. It was painterly something. And I don't remember, but I thought, oh, that's weird. I don't think I've ever heard of painterly. Maybe it's a word used for something, but I've never used it, and I don't think I've ever heard it until this week. I've heard it twice. So here's our paper. Oh, let me give you the colors in this. I should have given you the last one. This one has basic beige, darling duckling, mossy meadow, old olive, petal pink, and secret sea. All right. All right, so this has like a grid kind of plaid kind of thing on the reverse. I can do them like this so we can see them all. This one's great for scrapbooking, but also for cards. You can definitely get cards out of here. And then there's your back. Oops, let's get the pears out now. So there's that one, and let's see, what about this one? I don't know. Yes. So you can do the large ones and the small. Oh, wait. There's flowers here too. Oh, let's see. All right, I'm sure it's working. I'm just not. There we go. So you can get the blossoms out of here, and you can get the two pears out of this one. Yay! And then here's the other side. Ooh, really pretty. Yeah, Stephanie says sandwich a lot, and I'm thinking, you are just crazy. I've never heard anybody talk about a sandwich calling it a sandwich. Even at the drive-thru, she'll go through and she'll say, I'll take a ham sandwich. And I'm like, I just don't know about you, girl. Look how pretty that is with the blues. This has got the secret sea in the background. Really pretty. Ooh, this must be that darling duckling. I heard somebody say ugly duckling once, and it's so funny because I always want to say that. Yes, this is a sweet. The pear is a pear sweet. Really? It is in the Oxford Dictionary, and it means artistic. Painterly pears. Huh. See, you learn something new every day, even when you're old. So these are the, if the pear was cut in half, you can see the inside of the pear, which is kind of cool. Like on these. And that's the back side. This is really pretty. We had a peach set before, and I can't remember what they were talking about the other day, that peaches have to do with prosperity, I think. I think it's really a pretty set. All right, so here we are. Here's our papers. Oops, I did them backwards, but the thought was there. Okay, here we go. So you can kind of see it all. Ooh, running out of space. There we go. There they all are. So pretty. Trying to decide if you want this suite this week. Well, yeah. I like to get it all at the beginning if I can, because I like to start coming up with my ideas, and although I may not have enough to use for a class or bingo yet, because we can't order it all until July, I can at least start thinking about it, or even maybe come up with some examples of stuff for an upcoming class or bingo or whatever. So I like to get it. And then we have two more things with the suite. We have the low profile sparkle dots. Now these are like the other low profile, the ones that had the petal pink and the gold, I think it was. And these are the same kind of... Ooh, this one's really pretty. The blue. I'm guessing, I don't know if this is... Well, let's see what green's in here. Old olive, maybe? Mossy Meadow and Old Olive. So I think these are Old Olive. And this one is Secret Sea. And this one must be the Darling Duckling. But they're really pretty. But this one really has a lot of sparkle color to it because it's the darker blue. Really, really pretty. If you have a demo, decide before the end of the month. 50%. Oh yeah, definitely. If you are a demo, good thing, Tashana, is it's buy one get one 50% off right now. So you might as well. Plus you get your additional discount. So you get a minimum of 20%, and then you get that 50%. Where do you get the sleeves you keep your embellishments in? These are from, there's two different sizes. Here's the other size. And they're from scrapbook.com. And I think they're called, I would put in pockets. I think they're pockets. I've used these for years. And I just started using them for the embellishments. Well, I've been using them for a long time, but yeah. But I also use them for cards. If I travel with cardstock or anything, and I cut a bunch of white card bases, I'll put them in just so they stay, because it's pretty thick plastic. And I reuse them, so. Darling Duckling, Secret Sea, and oh, it's Mossy Meadow. Oh, looks kind of light to be Mossy Meadow, but it looks more Old Olive. But the next thing I'm super excited about, which is Mossy Meadow and Gold, is this ribbon. Oh, somebody asked me about my the ribbon, the bow maker. It's called a 10-second bow maker, and that's exactly what their website is 10-second bow maker. So just put that in Google and it'll pop right up. All right, so here we go. Okay, here's what I'm not liking. Okay, let me see. Let me try something. So when you're making this bow, it's got two different sides, okay? So one side is definitely more gold metallic, but it kind of does look like a raw side, but I really think you could use it because it's a nice raw side. And then this is the green with the gold in it, okay? So I'm gonna, if I do a bow with it, using a bow maker is the only way to go. But you have to flip over. You have to make sure your tails are going the right way. Now, if I were to do it by hand, okay, so this was a 2-1. Oh, and I really didn't pay attention, so my bow's upside down. But if I were to do one like this, you got to be careful, because when you go around and come back up through, you're going to have different on both sides. Okay, so you've got the gold on one side and the green on the other. So you're going to have to do some finagling with that. And I'll redo this bow. I'm not going to pull it too much tighter because my bow is upside down. I can fix it. Okay. So just thinking about that is with the two different sides, but it's really nice. It's really thin. It's a really nice bow, and it is beautiful. I think this would be great with Christmas, if your Christmas has Old Olive or Mossy Meadow in it. Okay, so there's that one. That is it for the sweets. There's 3 sweets, but we have a lot of bundles and a lot of stamp sets to get to. We do have one more DSP, and this is called Need for Tweed, and this is a larger tweed. So it doesn't go with the sweet or anything. It's just a larger tweed. So I'm just going to show it to you like this because it's really big. I'm not quite sure what I would use this for. There are some old sweater dyes and stuff, like this might work. This I think would be way too big. But if you were going to do some earthy, more, like this would be kind of cool for Christmas, and it just depends on what stamp sets are coming out that would work with it. There's a lot of greens and reds and browns. So I'm not a big fan of this paper until I can figure out what I would do with it, because I'm not quite sure. It looks like you get 4 of each paper. So you get 4 of 4 prints. 4 and 4. Okay, so there's 4 different prints. You get 4 of each. Off to the computer, 3rd order. Now I totally get it. All right, so the next one, I'm going to show you a bundle. And it's Label Me Grateful. I think this is super awesome. Look at the font and the messages. You are so appreciated. You're the best. Thank you. A little kindness makes a big difference. And so grateful for that heart of yours. I really love the font and I love the sentiments. And then I really like this. This is a nice, different, larger die that you could use for sentiments. But then you can come in with your leaves and layer them up on the side. What I like is this right here, because I love poinsettias. And I think you can take this and do 2 or 3 in a red or a glimmer red or whatever and make yourself a poinsettia. And then we've got some leaves. Here's some longer ones. This looks like little acorns right here, which I would, of course, cut out in 3 different colors and layer them up. This looks like berries. And then some leaves. This definitely looks like fall leaves. So some different items that you could do to make a nice, quick, simple card. Good for backgrounds. I love seeing all your guys' ideas. All right, so this is a stamp set I kind of thought the tweed might work for somehow. Is Tractor and Company. So I thought this was really cute. It's kind of like the truck, where you can put the pumpkins, the corn, the trees, a bale of hay. Well, that's not a bale, it's a mountain of hay. And so you can make your tractor Thanks for pulling me through. Season's greeting. Thinking of you. It's your birthday. Hey. It's your birthday. Hey. Then this looks like your seat. You could put there, so it's, you can stamp it in a different color. Right here. Is it John Deere? Is it Caterpillar? Is it whatever? There's lots of different ones you could use. But I thought the tweed on that as a background, if you did this just right, would be kind of cool. And then you could also make your tractor. Now, here's the thing to think about, like for bingo, for example. This would be a really hard set to use because these items don't have any texture or any lines or anything to even be able to tell what it is. Like I would look at that and I'm like, okay, this looks like an animal with feet and a tail. But what would that be? And so it's this, right? But if I were to cut this out for you, let's just put a head on there and it would be some kind of an animal with feet and a tail. And this would be the body. So it doesn't have any lines or anything to make it even look like I could put these together to make it look like a tractor. So it would be hard. I mean, the wheels would look good. Oh, it does have this. I'm going to have to try it because it does have these lines and it does have these stitching. So we could try it, but I'll have to look at it. But like this, I thought those were Christmas lights and they're actually corn on the cobs. So it would be, it's all kind of, oh yeah, that does kind of look like an elephant, huh? So like he's got a very square head, but and a rhinoceros tail behind, but and his feet are going the wrong way. But it does kind of look like his trunk right here. But anyway, so this one, it would be kind of weird. So it's going to be kind of hard to do a bingo with this one, but we'll play with it and see what we can kind of come up with and see what it looks like. Once you put it all together, it may be fine. But look how big this hay looks. It looks so small right here. But that's the hay. But I couldn't stamp that, so you would just have this. So, you know, it's going to be kind of iffy on this one. But I do like it a lot. I think it's going to be really cool to make some fun cards. All right, another bundle I have is a hybrid bundle. Let me see if I can pull the other parts out here so I can show you. It's a hybrid. Why do I feel like I'm missing an embossing folder? No, I don't think so. All right, so this was another set that we could have gotten on the incentive trip, but we didn't know if it had dies or anything to it. It was just an option. I chose the Christmas paper, which is really funny because it was not included in this, so I don't think it goes with this. I'll have to pull it out and look because we did get a 6x6 Christmas paper, but that may be later in the other catalog. But I like because we do have this, which, where's that other one? This one. Okay, so this one has like a stitching in it, like an imprint. So that's not going to work on this one. That's definitely a stamp. I was just going to see if the die cut that out, but anyway. But it's got a bell and holly. It's got lots of words on here, a lot of nice bright and happy Christmas wishes. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, joy. It's got a lot of nice words on it. But then what I liked is it's a hybrid. So you've got this embossing folder, which is holly. So you could just emboss it, okay? But you also have the large die that we'll look at in a minute. I love that it comes with 2 dies. So you could do one as an outer color and then the inside one to stamp on. So you've got that where you can match your, you know, your red and white or green and white or blue or whatever your Christmas card's going to be. We do have the dies here for the holly, the poinsettia, the bells, and the leaf. All right, but then we're going to pull this part out. And we're going to put it in our embossing folder. And the quick and easy way to look at this is not what I was just thinking. Well, it is. These little pieces right here at the bottom that kind of go off the page, that's where these are. Now, I took a 4 1/4 by, or let me see, what size was this? 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 piece of paper, and I ran it through. So I just put it like this. Let me see, how did I put it? Right here. I did it like this, and I went to the top edge so that I could just cut this piece, but then it cuts that off. So you're going to want to do it either 4 by 5 1/4 or 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 so that you get the full page. But usually I layer that up, so we'll have to look at that. The other thing you could do is you could cut these out, okay, so they all pop up. So you can pop these all up and make it look, you know, like a background, and then pop your sentiment on there or whatever. So let's just say we're going to put that right here. All right, you're going to want to put dimensionals and put them like, you know, where they'll fit. And then you can add whatever to make that your card. But I think that it'll be kind of cool if you took this, and these are cut. So like if I cut right here, let's see. If I cut right here, just up to that little piece right there, and then kind of go around, then you've got these that you could pop out. You just have to do a little bit of cutting, and it's really not that much. I just don't want to cut my leaf, so I'm trying to. So all 3 of these were just a very small cut. And then you've got these leaves here. Yeah, you could definitely, let me see if I can find one right here. Well, here's a small one, but you could definitely pop it in under your leaf, you know, and have your sentiment in there like that, so you can see a little more leaves, or just do some of them, like here and here maybe. So, you know, you can just add that in there however. But these are all easy enough to cut out if you want to add them to another project. And then, honestly, they're so, you could really just kind of hold on to this and pull it out. This one is a little thicker. You kind of want to be careful. Not all of them are a thin part where you can pull like this one is. So you could just, there we go. So now you have these 4. And if they were white, you can come back in and blend your berries and do your leaves and color them all in and make them whatever you want. So there you go. There's that, which is kind of cool. And then I usually keep mine behind here, just so I know that my embossing folder, that I can use the die with it if I want. If I were to put it in the embossing folder drawer, I may forget that it has dies, or I may not use the dies or whatever, but there's a lot of things you can do with that. All right, now on to the stamp sets. This one actually is a bundle. It has a die, because I forgot. There's 2 of them that have a small die. So this one, it says, "You've got this." And it's got some lines, a plus, a star, best ever, just a note. You know, this is for your A plus or whatever. You're going to put a plus, or you put a gold star or whatever. Just a note, and happy back to school. So I think this would be really cute for a teacher's note or whatever. And I'm leaving the dies in here because most likely I'm going to use them with this stamp set. Here, I'll close it so you can see it again. And then this has, what I did is I'm just going to keep this in the pocket that it comes, the dies come in. It's like the piggy one, just has the pig. It doesn't really have anything different. And so I left those dies in the stamp set too. Now this one is a little more universal. I could use it for other stuff. This one has a heart and it looks like it's one of those paper clips. This is a binder clip right here with the top part. Here's paper clips. Here's one of those big, like those big gold clips or whatever. A heart, a star. These are little post-it tags. Here's little arrows that, you know, you might point to if it says, you know, good job or, you know, just a note, put a little arrow to it or whatever. And then you've got this cute little note that you could cut out and either journal with if you're doing scrapbooking, or even put it on a card and, you know, with the thinking of you or whatever that you decide, or if it's going to be using this, you could use that for a lot of stuff. So I'm just leaving this in the stamp set because if I'm wanting to find something like this, then this may come in, you know, handy to use with it. So if I'm like, oh, I wish I had a paper clip or a star or, you know, little arrow post-it note type things, then I might think that this would work with it. So I would leave those together. This one, I usually don't go with the baubles. But this one is a bauble blooms and it's very, very pretty. It's got a die. It's got different things. Like you could stamp these three together, and I'll do it on a video. You could stamp them together, then you can die cut them out. So do them all in green, do them all in, you know, gray, and do them all in hot pink or whatever you're going to do. And then you can layer them up and do the pink flowers, the green leaves, the gray birds, whatever. And then, you know, pop it up on your bauble. And then you've got the top bow, so you've got, you know, the different toppers. So there's all kinds of different things you can use with this. And then it's really pretty. So you can do the different flowers. And then you've got the leaves around the back. So they're really, really pretty. The way you can stamp it is really cool. All right, and then it says, wishing you a, okay, hold on. Oh, a happy and glad tidings Christmas or whatever, you know, or wishing you a merry and glad tidings Christmas. Whatever you decide to put in there, I guess. And you could do wishing you a, and then, you know, let's see if that's one stamp. Because you could just do it separate. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the line is separate. So you could do wishing you a merry Christmas and glad tidings I don't know. You could just mix those all up and do it. And glad tidings. Maybe that's just the end of it. And then you could put a line in between if you wanted to do like a merry line Christmas. You know what I mean? How they do with that, with the font and change it up. I generally tape the dies to the back of a stamp set. Oh, yeah, I don't. It just seems like they don't stay for me because I use them so much and a lot with the mass production. And so I just like to leave them in. That way I don't lose them, because I have lost dies that have come off of, even when I put the cardboard in, and then I can lose the dies. Oh, joyous wishes and glad tidings. Oh, let me see. Joyous wishes to you and yours and glad tidings. Or you could take off the you and yours. So it looks like you can kind of mix and match them and use different. That's a good one. So not 29 anymore. So many candles. So period, many period, candles period. Free cake. Let's see, let's come closer. There we go. Free cake. I mean, let's get this party started. Okay, so I'm sure you can kind of mix and match. So let's do, oh, free cake, I mean so many candles. Let's get this party started so I can be home by 9. Older but still cool, older but not wiser. I don't know about you, but I feel like you're not 29 anymore. It's all fun and games until your metabolism slows down. Happy birthday. Treat yourself because I didn't get you anything. And here's to another year of questionable decisions. That's funny. I think that's going to be a really funny set. And they showed the candles from, it was on one of the samples. It was the little candles, and I'm trying to think of where the candles came from. But there's a stamp set we had with a bunch of little candles, and that's what they used on the card, on the sample. Okay, rustic centerpiece. So we have, like this one has succulents. This one is like a more fall, sunflowers and apples with the log wood there. And then this one has like a wooden reindeer and like a little pine Christmas tree and a candle, and it looks like some holly. So you've got the 2 different holidays, and then you've got, or seasons I should say, and then you've got the succulents that pretty much could be year round. Cake fancy, maybe. I thought there was another one that was a little more whimsical, but I just don't remember what they were. Prairie grass. So here's our items here. And then it says, sometimes life is just hard. You know what? So very sorry. My shoulder is yours. You're not alone. I'm here for you and sending the healing power of love. So very nice set. I do too. That's a great set. Oh, thank you, Tammy. So the candles are with the jar set. That makes sense. Oh, something happy. I think that might have a candle too. Thank you, you guys. All right, so this is a new jar set. Speaking of jar set, we can make gingerbread. So I'm looking like, let's say you do the gingerbread in like crumb cake, and then you can accent everything like in red. And then we have a scarf here, and the line for the hat that goes on the snowman. So you could do the snowman in a jar if you wanted. Remember when we used to take the baby jars, the Gerber baby jars, and we used to do little scenes in them for the holidays and different things? I think that's kind of what this is. It's like a little snow globe. As you have your speckles, and you have your snowman with his little scarf. And the bow, I think, is just to go probably on the jar. But then you have ornaments. May your heart be filled with joy, sending a jar full of cheer and wishing you the sweetest Christmas. And of course that goes with the jar. Does this stamp coordinate with the jar punch? Yes, I believe it does. Oh, it doesn't say. It says to add, oh, let me try then. I thought it did. Let me get my jar punch that I have to look for. We just moved our, oh, here it is. We just moved all of our punches because I added a new shelf. But let's give it a try. All right, so let's, oh, I was going to do the gingerbread and everything, but we don't have to do that. Oh, I can just do this. Yes. It sure does look like it. Here, let's stamp it just to make sure. Just to make sure. I don't want to go around saying yes and it's not. All right, let's see. Should we just do our gingerbread too? Let's see what they look like. I think my crumb cake might need to be re-inked, but we're just going to try it all. All right, let's do the jar and let's do it in early espresso. We're just going to do something. I want you to see it. So there's our jar. There's only a few more, so we might as well try our gingerbread. All right, so our gingerbread. This one's the gingerbread. The one that you can see the gingerbread really good is the one you're going to do. And I should wipe them off because I forget that they have like a residue on them. And we'll do this. Yeah, Pool Party is what I usually use, but I want you guys to see it really well since it's, we're just testing it out, but we might as well check these guys out too. Okay, I should have cleaned it a little better. Hold on. All right, so there's those guys. Now let's see if we can get the red to line up, and then we'll punch out the jar. All right, let's see. We don't need this one. Now, if I can get them lined up, because I should have done the red first. I like to do the dark first, but we'll just kind of wing it. All right. Ah! Okay, we're not going to use that one. We're going to do the red first, but we'll check the jar while we're right here. Yep. There's the jar. So let's just do our red right inside this jar while we're right here. Okay, red. Don't push too hard because that's what I did a minute ago. Make sure there's no residue. See if we can get a good... All right, we're going to go right inside the jar. I think I'm pushing too hard. Yeah, I pushed too hard again. But that's right, you get the idea. But that doesn't really... Well, I would do the red first and then gingerbread, and then I would put the jar around it because it would be easier to see, but you guys will get the idea. Oh, see, this is way easier to see. Except I held it up too long, but you get the idea. How cute. A little practice is needed because I forget that the shading on the, the jar where it's got that outline, that can go in there. And I was trying to squeeze it in the center part and that doesn't work, but it's super cute. I just have to get my stamps conditioned. You know how you like to get them all when they're new. Sometimes if they're solid, they don't stamp just great yet. You got to kind of get all the residue off. And I like to use my chamois, which is not wet right now, and I like to use that to clean off the solid stamps. So, all right, so you get the idea, and yes, it does work. It does fit, so that's good. Good to know. Now this one, oh yeah, it has a lid. It's right here. So there's a lid too, same thing. So like I mentioned before when we did that, I would create yourself a template so you can do the lid and the jar at the same time. That jar is not wanting to just fall. There we go. So cute. That one's going to be fun to play with. All right, this one is a fall one. Let me move that stuff out of the way. Fall. And I think this one's going to be a lot of fun to play with. And so I'll be doing this on a video, but you've got that two-step stamping, which I think is really cool because when you stamp this one, remember how I would do the inks on baby wipes and then stamp in them and then stamp, and you get all the different fall colors you want. Well, this one I think is really cool because you can, this looks like it's distinctive two colors, and then this one has like that, and it goes in between. So this one's going to be interesting. Same with this one. And so it's, how big are these? Oh yeah, look how pretty. This one's going to be really fun to play with, so I'm excited about this one. This one I think is super cute. Now this one, at first I was like, oh, because it's kind of cutesy, but I like that it has the little Christmas lights. I'm going to say they're Christmas lights. And I think that is really cute because you can just put them around them or whatever, unless that's supposed to be something else. Maybe it's fringe to hang. It could be fringe. Like to hang and color him different colors. I don't know. But the llama isn't that, or is that an alpaca? I don't know, but he's really cute. Long time no see. Sorry, I'm a little behind. And then Merry Christmas and Happy Birthday. So those are Christmas lights. And this, I think, is his body. You can either extend it here or extend him, I think, and put his head over here and his body over here. Let's take a look. Oh, wow, he's big. It's like a little dachshund. I think mostly it's this guy that you can make bigger, but I bet you could take this line off and add a part of the body if you wanted to do, like, make the dog longer. It'd be kind of cute. It's Jingle Bells. Oh, okay, bells or lights. Yep. So that's really cute. I like the long time no see. I like when they have a pun on words. That's really fun. All right, two more. Yay. Party celebrations. I like the solid images. So you've got the pumpkin and with a face. You've got a fall leaf. You've got bows for birthdays or Christmas. You've got a bell for, usually that's like a Christmas bell. A bat. Now this, my first thought was ribbon. But then I kind of thought it looked like you could make it into like a cinnamon stick, or it could be, it's not really a churro, but it could be something like that. I'm not quite sure what I would do with that. I think I would just make it a ribbon. And then this, I love plaid, so that's a great image for all kinds of different plaid. Oh, there was another one I was thinking of that could be like a plaid. You could even do this one and do a plaid on your own, and then you could turn it and maybe only ink up part of it, and or do the same one and come down and make different colors if you wanted. You could even do something with this one and kind of make some different things. There's some fun things you could probably do with that. Maybe you can ruffle the long paper and make the Winnie dog movable. Oh, that would be cute. Ooh, you know what? I wonder if you could put like something underneath him that would slide his body and make him like accordion, but it would be in the paper somehow, so it wouldn't come apart. Yeah, there's some cute ideas. We could probably come up with something. But I like the solid image of the pumpkin. That's a really good pumpkin to use if you just want to add a pumpkin here or there on the holiday stuff. Like even that Halloween stuff that we have, you could do the pumpkin and put it out there in front of the stoop of the houses or in the front yard or whatever. And then a little cheer. This one came with a little 3-pack of punches, and it's going to be these 3. But that I don't think they received it yet because it's out of stock. It's unavailable, currently unavailable. So make sure you click for that one to notify you. If you're a demonstrator now, hopefully it'll be available by July. But I bought this set anyway because I could always work with this and come back and punch my stuff out later. If I wanted to work on stuff, because you could add, you know, things on your projects or make gift tags or whatever, or a little banner and have them hanging, you know. But you can do a lot of planning here before you. And I like the little tiny to and from too. So there's a lot of really cute things on this one. Christmas time is here. Sending a little cheer. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Even that's a good happy if you want to do a birthday. And then of course you've got another bow that you can pop up or whatever. So cute set. So there you go, everybody. That is it for the preview. That is everything that we were able to purchase through the online exclusive items to pre-order. And I don't think, other than the punches, I think I got everything this time. A lot of times I don't get everything, but I did this time because I really liked everything. So, and of course, offering it now, we still have 6-7 months to use it. So, yay. So, I like it when it gives you a lot of time. Hi, Heather. How are you? That is a fun idea. Deborah, we're going to have to wait and see what you come up with that. Thank you. The ETA on the whole punch assortment is July 21st. So it's going to be a little bit later. So I would not hold off on the stamp set because you could stamp and get everything ready to go and then just punch when it gets here. Oh, you are so welcome. Joy seeing in the new products, going to bed. I know. Good night to Shauna. I thank you guys, especially those that are on the East Coast or not in the country, and it's in the middle of the night for you. Thank you for watching. Love the way you do your unboxing. It really helps me making decisions. Oh, good, Barb. Well, you know what? I mean, this is what I would do when I get it. I start thinking about ideas, and especially like the paper, I got to go through and look at it, and I want to check it all out, and I would just be sitting here by myself like, oh, you know, and so why might as well do it with you. Will you be on next Sunday? Yes, I will. Sunday, I will have a great project that was my thank you to my my class for my notes and totes. And so I will be doing that project on Sunday. And the following Sunday, Father's Day, is it Father's Day the Sunday I won't be here? We have a birthday party out of town, but now I'm thinking it's Saturday. I don't know. I will not sure about Father's Day yet. You guys are so welcome. So be looking forward to my class. I'm working on project number 1 right now for the class that's upcoming for the Extraordinary Flora paper or bundle with the washi. And as always, if you purchase that bundle from me and the washi tape, then the class will be free. And I will, that's going to get posted really soon for you. It's almost done. I just wanted to get through mailing out bingo. I hope everybody is getting their bingo. I did have a little trouble with a postage, I have to say, with bingo. A lot of them are being received. I've had one person, it was returned for postage. On my postage program, which I use stamps.com, it tells you your measurements that it has to be to use this one particular, for each one. It gives you guidelines. I'm well within the guidelines. It's exactly what it should be. And I've heard from other demonstrators that say it's the post office. That I have also asked my post office, and they said some post offices will not measure, will not weigh. They just say, oh, this needs more postage, and they'll send it back, or they'll request more postage, and they should not. So because it says I'm within the guidelines. So if you have problems with yours and receiving it, let me know. I am going to start going with the higher priced item and pay for that, because I also get tracking with that, and I don't get tracking with this other one, I'm finding out. And so I would rather do it the other way, so that number one, we can track it. Number two, we don't have this worry about which post office is going to return stuff or ask you for more money. So it's just silly. You received yours. Good, Robin. I'm glad. You will be celebrating your 70th on Sunday. Well, happy birthday, Marva. Oh, you are welcome, Regine. You are welcome. Let's see. Looking forward to the washi tape video. I am having so much fun with that washi tape. I can just tell you that right now. The little cheer pack is June 30th. Oh, even better. The July date is the hole punch assortment. Oh, okay, perfect. More money. I know. So yay, the little punch is June 30th. I clicked on the notify me. So as soon as I get notified, I will be ordering those. And so that is a great way to get notified. It's worked. This is the third time I've used it, and it has worked perfectly for me. And in fact, like I said, the items have come in early, so that's even better. I work for the post office. You can just feel what's too heavy and out of size. And generally, if it's just a bit over, I am putting it through. Yeah, Nancy, so what it is this one is the on the stamps.com, it's the letter one that's at the top. It's got to be like 11 inches by 6 inches or 7 inches or whatever it is. And then it has to be more than a 1/4 inch thick or whatever it is. And that's the one I did, and they've all been fine, but I get a few back once in a while, and it's a pain. And I hate that they let you guys pay for it when it's in the guidelines. Do you know when the punch is available now, Gwen? I did put the notify me, and I got notified yesterday. I think it just came back available. So that is available now. The 1 7/8. All right, everybody. I think that is it for announcements. I don't think I have anything else. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you made your wish list. It will be available to customers on July 1st. And demonstrators, it's available for you now. So don't forget the buy one, get one offer. So this is for everybody. The buy one, get one for 50% off. Think about this. It's just like a store. The items have to be from a suite, first of all. Okay? So if you buy a suite, you're going to get the cheaper suite 50% off. Okay? So if you have 2 suites in your cart, you're going to get the cheaper one 50% off. If you say, oh, but I want to get some DSP that's in a suite because it's going to be on sale, and I'm going to get 2 DSPs. Your 2 DSPs are what's going to be discounted. It's just like a store. It's the lowest priced item is the 50% off. So how do you get around that? If you buy 2 suites, you're going to be paying over $79.50, which is shipping at $79.50 or $7.95. So you're going to be paying 11%. Okay, so put your order in with your suites. Get your 11%. You're going to be paying 11% shipping. Okay, go back in and put another order in. Add your DSP, your embellishments, all your other items, even like a bundle that's not on a suite, and put those together, and then your embellishments are going to be what is the 50% off item. Okay, so your DSP you bought, you're going to get an embellishment 50% off. If you just have DSP in it, then you'll get a DSP. Excuse me, my hiccups are killing me. Then you'll get that at 50% off. Okay, so if you just put embellishments in, it's going to be those at 50% off. I hope that makes sense. It's going to be the most the lowest priced item that is part of a suite that will be 50% off. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know. I know it sounds a little confusing, but if you're going to hit that $79.50 anyway, put them on a separate order. When you go back in, get your embellishments, get your DSP, and whatever else you need. Unless you're getting additional bundles from a suite, then I would put those separate also so you can get the 50% off. But think about your shipping. If it's over $79.50, it's going to be 11%. It doesn't really matter. But if it's going to be less than that, then consider the shipping and that. So hope that makes sense. If you have an order you want me to look at, let me know. I can help you decide how to put your order in and what will best benefit you. All right, everybody. That's exactly how I had to do it. I split my order to include only the suites and the non-suites separate. It was very confusing at first. It does, but think about it. It's exactly the same in a store. It's always the cheapest item. You're going to notice, oh, wait, you only got $1 off of your, $2 item or whatever. And they're going to be like, well, yeah, it's the cheapest item. That's how it is. But if you order just the bundle will be cheaper than the suite. Yes, if you just want the bundle, let me see what Gloria is. Does everything come with the suites? Not everything is a suite, but if you order the suite, the bundle, so any of these separate or together, the suite, the bundle, the dies, the stamp set, the DSP, the gems, the ribbon, or embossing folder. So let's just say all those items are parts of suites. Any of those that are included in a suite. So what you want to do is go to menu, product, shop product, and then go to product suites. So then you'll see all the suites. So anything within those are included in the sale. If you are a demonstrator, the new suites are also included. Okay, so anything in a suite. So if there's some DSP out there, you want to get some extra, get that, and you will get it at your, buy 2 things in a suite, and it could be 2 DSPs, and you will get one of them at 50% off. If you're looking for an extra set of dies, maybe it's something you use a lot, get the dies and the paper will be 50% off. But remember, if you add gems on there, the gems are what's going to be 50% off. So think about how much you're buying and what your shipping is going to be versus splitting your order up, if that makes sense to you. Annie ordered 4 bundles. Okay, so 4 bundles, she bought 2, and then she's going to get 2 at 50% off if they were a part of suites. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. If you have any questions and you're not quite sure, or you have an order ready to go, screenshot it, send it to me. I will help you, and we'll figure out what your shipping is versus if you split it up and you don't want to pay too much shipping, and you don't want to pay a lot of shipping and then get, less off because you added your gems in there, or, it's kind of hard to explain, but I hope it all makes sense to you. So just kind of outweigh what your discount's going to be on the lowest priced items, and then what your shipping will be if you break your order up. If you're doing suites, I would absolutely do those separate and then work with everything else on an order. All right. Nell's birthday is Friday, and she'll be 85. Happy birthday, Nell. How exciting. I have a birthday coming this year, the big one. Isn't it funny how we get to a certain age and we're like, we're proud of our age. We worked for that, right? Anyway, all right, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. I will see you on Sunday night. Bye, everybody.